On the top of Blackwater Street in Rochdale was a cluster of brick-built hovels. One, the Half Moon Inn, was a 3-storey ruin. It was a maze of ill-lit corridors where travellers could rent a room for the night. On the 21st of July, 1855, a man and a woman entered the parlour. "A room for me and the wife," said the man. They sat in silence and then went to bed. At 6 o'clock the following morning, the landlord saw the man trying to climb the courtyard gate. He opened the gate. The man said, "I'll be an hour." 6 hours later, there was no sign of him. The landlord went to the couple's room. The woman lay on the bed, her throat cut from ear to ear. Superintendent Jarvis arrived, but nobody knew the couple. The man was described as being in his mid-30s with black hair. From such a vague description, a man behaving strangely was arrested between Blackburn and Preston. He was William Martin. 10,000 screaming people greeted the arrival of William Martin at Rochdale Station and his transfer to the lockup on Rope Street. At the inquest, the surgeon said he had never seen such carnage. Although the woman couldn't be recognised, he said, she must have been respectable because of the cleanliness of her underthings. All the witnesses identified William Martin as the man who had hired the room in the Half Moon Inn. Just as Martin was about to be taken for trial in Manchester, a man called Peter Mayers arrived from Salford and identified the woman as his lodger, Margaret Jones. But incredibly, he didn't recognise William Martin. After the press reported this, Margaret Jones's 3 sons confirmed the identification, but said that the murderer was their mother's lover, Joseph Hayward. Acting on a tip-off, Superintendent Jarvis tracked Hayward down to Woodup's farm in Whitworth and walked the 7 miles back to the lockup in Rochdale with him. Now the police had 2 prisoners. But this time all the witnesses said that it was Joseph Hayward, not William Martin, who booked the room in the Half Moon Inn. Superintendent Jarvis drove Hayward at breakneck speed through screaming crowds to Rochdale Station, from where he was taken to his trial in Manchester. At his trial, Hayward pleaded not guilty and went to the gallows proclaiming his innocence. With his dying breath, he maintained that William Martin was the murderer, and Hayward requested to be buried next to Margaret Jones in Rochdale Cemetery.